Hey guys, so today I'm going to explain how I went from this to this. This client had a 7-month regrowth of hair. Her natural level was around like a 2 or 3. And her ends, they were around like a 7, kind of 7, 8, around that range. The way that I started was at the front, on the side, as you guys can see in the video. Why do I always start at the front? Because I prefer the client to see the brightness in the front and not in the back. Okay. This client in particular, she was a new client. I never worked on her before. It is risky to go this way with somebody that you really don't know the hair. But I went with really low volume. I went with 10 volume, and I used Wellaplex. Okay, so I started from the ear up to her parting. As you guys can see, staying away from the scalp because, as you may know, the scalp produces heat. So that area where the heat is gonna be stronger, the process is gonna be faster, right? So if I would apply from the root down to the demarcation line, the demarcation line, by being so far from the scalp, is gonna be way, way, way darker than her roots. So I'm trying to stay away from the roots, and in the indentation line, I'm going to put, demarcation line, sorry, I'm going to put cotton in order for the bleach to not go towards the previously bleached hair. Her hair was pretty damaged, so I gotta be really careful. Okay, so I'm gonna do one side and then I'm gonna go to the other side. Other side, I'm gonna repeat exactly the same procedure, down, up. The goal is to reach a platinum hair, but always I try to keep very low expectations with new clients because I don't know how their hair is gonna react. I don't know if the hair is gonna break. I don't know if the hair is gonna like react amazingly. I have really no idea how much I can push or not push. So I have two options, right? If the case go well. One, beautiful platinum hair like she wants, or second, to achieve a really light blonde with a shadow root and slowly working towards the platinum. Okay, so now that we finished the front part, I'm going to start from the crown down towards the nape. Okay, so the way that I do, sectioning, very thin sections, and working my way down, repeating the same, staying away from the scalp, not overlapping with the previously bleached hair, and I'm gonna be doing that until I reach the bottom of her hairline, right in the nape. Once I reach the nape, I'm going to start cross-checking all the way up, and I'm gonna be adding the cotton in order to the hair not overlapping the previously bleached hair. This way also I can see if I was missing some spots, because I use Wella, and Wella usually don't swell, okay, which is great. There's some products like Blonde Me or other products that they really swell, so you need to be careful to going too close to the demarcation line. Personally, I don't like swelling bleaches, so I go with Wella that doesn't swell. So I go right to the line, put cotton, and that avoids me to create the overlapping. Once I'm all the way up, I check with the client specifically at what level they are, okay? Usually when I apply to the root is when the client is at about a 9 level, right? So it's like one level before what I'm trying to achieve. In her specific case, I went again cross-checking in the front from the crown down towards her hairline in both sides. Why? Because I noticed that at least on the demarcation line, she was very spotty. Closer to the scalp, the hair was lifting perfectly, but that demarcation line was creating me some problems. So I went with 20 volume. I switched 20 volume when I started working my way down from the crown towards the nape. That's when I changed to 20 volume. Now that I'm cross-checking the front, I'm doing it with 20 volume also. Once I finish that and I reach the level 9, I'm going to start applying towards the scalp. Okay, I'm going from the crown again down to the hairline on one side, then the crown to the other side. Then when I finish all the front, I'm going from the crown down to the nape. Once all that is done, I'm gonna let the hair process and see how it's holding up, okay? In her specific case, she was a little bit very sensitive. The hair was very sensitive. So I decided to not push it any further. And even though her hair in the top was already platinum, she would have had a little gold band. So the decision that I made is that for this time, I was gonna make one more equal color all over because her ends were pretty dark and I didn't want it to put bleach because it was definitely gonna break this time. So what I decided is that I went with a 8 neutral and an 881 from Color Touch Wella. So 881 would be level 8 with blue and ash. I did 2 parts neutral, 1 part 881 because I didn't want this to be too ashy, or I wanted to be like more all over, like with the band that she was gonna have. So I applied to the root towards the ends, let it process, and this is the finished result. Hope you guys liked it. This is definitely like a step before achieving her platinum. Like I said, she was a new client and I didn't want it to push her hair any further. Sometimes you gotta really discriminate when is the right time to push, when is the right time to back off. So to me, this was the right time to just give her a shadow root, light shadow root, give her kind of like a sandy, beigey blonde. And in our next session, we're gonna be able to achieve the platinum hair.